Ladies and gentlemen, we're the two Schmoes at night.
I was gonna make that joke, damn it.
Well, fuck you, SpongeBob references. Uh, my brain's a little dead from having to manage a grocery store all day, but I'm Neve Miss Orion, and I'm at night.
I'm Cairo, and I'm at night.
Hell yeah, we never do this at night.
I was actually gonna make that joke though. I was standing up there at my stove making my dinner, and I was like, "Damn, that'd be a good way to open."
I know, that's why I thought of it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I honestly, when you said you agreed to us doing it later at like this, I knew I was gonna open up with that.
Yep, it just works.
Yeah, every time my girlfriend watches The Price is Right at night, I always have to do that to her. So I'm in the game of making that reference. So, how are y'all doing today? I feel like we should have some smooth jazz on in the background.
Yeah, maybe hit some lo-fi hip hop
Lo-fi hip hop beats you can relax and study to.
and/or produce a podcast.
Lo-fi hip hop beats you can relax and hear the news about. I've got some lo-fi stuff.
It has sure been a week though.
Has it?
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can pull up some of these spicier pieces. One of the big ones is apparently a Giuliani associate
Oh yes.
has been, I don't know if it's quoted as or recorded as, but has in some capacity has been heard offering pardons for the tune of $2 million.
Really? You're just selling
Yeah.
pardons?
Yeah, no, they're just, I mean, everybody kind of assumed that was what was happening already, but it kind of sounds like it's been confirmed at this point.
Ballin'. So I know we got that small list of potential pardons already, like Lil Wayne.
Yes.
Just an odd thing to hear. Lil Wayne's getting a presidential pardon.
I'm reading an article here. Apparently, I want to see if I can find this. Because I want to see if this is an actual quote from Bill Barr on the stolen election / Kraken conspiracy theory thing.
Are we still on about that damn Kraken?
Apparently,
This whole Kraken business has been Kraken lacking.
Trump reportedly referred to himself in the third person when accusing Barr of being a Trump hater. Why would you say such a thing? You must hate Trump. There's no other reason for it. You must hate Trump, said Trump, according to Axios.
Do you think he secretly just refers to himself in the third person all the time?
Yes, it makes too much sense.
Trump angry. Trump need Diet Coke. No, Trump
Barr-
need milkshake. Trump press big red Trump button.
Barr apparently responded saying, "These things aren't panning out. The stuff that these people are filling your ears with just isn't true." And the article says, then came the expletives. Barr said the election steal theories being promoted by pro-Trump actors were inscrutable bullshit. I'm a pretty informed legal observer, and I can't fucking figure out what the theory is here. It's just scattershot. It's all over the hill and gone.
I feel like Barr's just at his limit. You could say he's reached the bar.
Yeah.
Poor Barr. Can you imagine that?
I don't pity him in the slightest. He knew what the hell he was doing.
I don't think he did at this point.
No. He is what I would consider a cleaner. He comes in and fixes other people's shit. That's his job.
True.
When he took that AG spot, he knew what that meant.
I feel bad for like a lot of these people because like this has gone down ship so hard that like these people will be etched into history of known as the big fuck ups.
Oh yeah, completely. Reddit is going crazy right now.
Why?
Like not like the actual users of Reddit, like my app is just
Oh, the
straight up broken, it seems.
the website.
Yeah.
Damn.
In today's news, we have heard that there are now named individuals, named members of Congress and their staffers, who have been giving, I don't want to call it testimony because it's not official, but they are recounting their side of apparently Representative Boebert actually giving tours in Congress in the days before January 6th.
Oof.
So no more anonymous reporting. We have actual names of people who are confirming this. Steve Cohen confirmed that he saw Representative Boebert heading a large tour in the days before the insurrection, saying, quote, "We saw Congressman Boebert taking a group of people for a tour sometime after the 3rd and before the 6th on CNN, describing it later as a large group."
Yeah, that sounds pretty conspiratorial, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. MLK's son on MLK Day has endorsed Andrew Yang for New York City mayor.
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Yang going into New York City as a mayor.
I'm fine with it. I don't know.
Like, I know what he's doing. He's pretty much playing the Giuliani card, where Giuliani was like a mayor of New York for political power, and he rose up from that position. But
yeah,
it's very hard for me to take a former presidential candidate and like kind of just push that aside, knowing that he wants to just go to New York, clean up the place. I like
he
Yang.
is I do too, and he's talking about implementing a universal basic income in. It would be the city of New York, it seems.
That would make sense. That'd be like the biggest experiment for his cause.
Yeah, it really would be. I mean, what better place to test it out, right?
Yeah. I mean, any major city would be a good place to test it out, but New York is kind of the center of America.
Yeah, it's kind of the city.
The city. It's America City. I will say I'd never felt any more cultured in America than New York.
Yep.
That is where true Americana lies. Not in the South. By the way, I've had... What?
Go ahead, yeah.
I was going to say, by the way, I've had the actors playing in the background for like the last 5 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a damn good album. Whoever made the actors deserves a fucking Grammy.
Mm-hmm. That they do.
Wink. So what were you saying?
I was gonna say the headline story for this week is, of course, the change of the guard. Trump is out, Biden will be in, and there will be 20,000 National Guard members in Washington, D.C. to make sure that that happens.
Ooh, can we talk about the My Pillow guy?
Absolutely. let me pull something up here because this is such a joke.
Because my favorite photo of like this going on right now is like all the National Guard members sleeping in the Capitol, like in the hallways. And someone posted a picture of it and said if the My Pillow guy really wanted to help out, this is how he could help.
So this is a Rolling Stone article. Trump calls in pillow salesman to discuss possibility of instituting martial law. That's pretty much the story. There's been there's a picture that is the notes that he brought with him that are pretty clear as to their contents because he just had them exposed as he was walking in the door. So people took pictures, of course. We don't have the whole thing. It's about half of a page. But what we can see is it says something something be taken immediately to save the something something constitution.
What'd you say? The something something constitution.
Yeah, taken immediately to save the something constitution.
I'm really curious what that word was.
And this is like, oh no, there's like many words missing because we only have
Hmm.
half of the first page here. But I mean, you get the gist from that, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, the content of this is actually talking about the prospect of instituting martial law as a means of subverting the inauguration. He also has a few other gems in here, including the line "Move." I believe it's Cash Patel.
Cash Patel.
To acting CIA director, which just the prospect of that has had a CIA director threaten to resign.
I don't
See if I
get
can
it.
figure out. It's a person.
Okay.
Cash Patel. Yeah, Gina Haspel threatened to resign over Cash Patel, the prospect of Cash Patel becoming acting CIA deputy. Let's pull this up here. An American attorney and government official serving as of 2020 as chief of staff to the acting United States Secretary of Defense. He is not well liked. And the appointment of him to a higher position, let alone one that is strategic like that at this point, is pretty clear in its implication. You know, push people friendly to Trump into the positions of power that he would need to, similar to what happened on the 6th, have the people he wants to ignore things, and the people he wants to act.
Is Ted Cruz still saying to ignore the Capitol?
What do you mean?
Like, is he still going on about how we shouldn't act like that was a big deal?
Oh yeah, of course he is.
Great.
Never mind. No, and it's because you're thinking about it wrong. It was Antifa that did that. Remember?
Oh yeah, 'cause, I forgot Antifa even claimed that.
Yep. The organization Antifa, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the whole thing is an absolute joke. Another good line from this is, make clear this is China/Iran, something domestic sectors. It's like, what?
I don't understand any of that.
I'll send you the picture of it because we have literally half, like a page cut vertically in half with his notes on it.
That's a good camera.
Right? Yeah.
That is way impressive.
Yeah, it's not good.
Wow. Okay. Guess what I'm not buying anytime soon?
A pillow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to, and he's like a Boogaloo boy, but instead of like instigating civil war, he just wants a giant pillow fight.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah.
I haven't heard yet, but apparently there's been calls, of course, for people to stop carrying his products for obvious reasons, and as far as I've heard, that hasn't happened yet.
I don't know. All of our My Pillows disappeared at my store.
Did they?
Yes.
Well, that's probably because people bought them. Honestly.
No, they weren't moving a lot, and then one day they randomly disappeared, and my friend's like, hey, hear about My Pillow guy?
Yeah.
More like My Shillo, because he's a shill.
Yep. Other news along the same line, we've been learning recently a couple of the ways that the Trump, I don't know what to call it, the way that his directors and I guess acting directors for the most part have been acting. We have learned today from Biden's climate team what the actual damage Trump has done to environmental regulations and protections, as a review of the agency has found greater budget cuts, staff losses, and elimination of programs greater than were thought before.
Oh, shit.
And we heard also this weekend that The U.S. is basically out of COVID vaccines right now. So what's happened is that the Trump administration has basically just lied about the number of vaccines that they have and said, oh yeah, we have a whole bunch more, and they just don't have any. Yeah.
Two more days.
2 more days. So the Trump administration had been talking up some big surplus of vaccines that they had. It turned out they don't have a surplus. Pretty much all that they have is the vaccines that they need to give people their second doses.
That
Because-
makes so much sense based off what I've been hearing at my work.
Yeah.
Because we were supposed to have the vaccine by now.
Mm-hmm.
My job is going to be one of those places that give out the vaccine, and we were supposed to have them like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Dude, that broke me. Why'd you do that?
Sorry.
Why? I'm like going through all the stages of grief at once. You know it was a good year.
What's that?
2015.
2015?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need a cigarette. I don't even smoke. Okay, I think I'm ready. Okay, hit me with your best shot.
The New York Bar Association has formally released a statement basically condemning condemning Giuliani's actions and going one step short of just removing his license altogether. But it seems very clear that they are in the process of taking the actions to do so.
That's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. So they released a statement about a week ago following the events on the 6th, stating that no person who advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of any state, territory, or possession thereof, or of any political subdivision therein by force or other illegal means shall be a member of the association. Mr. Giuliani's words were quite clearly intended to encourage Trump supporters unhappy with the election's outcome to take matters into their own hands. Their subsequent attack on the Capitol was nothing short of an attempted coup intended to prevent the peaceful transition of power.
So what state do you think will let Giuliani practice law after this?
It's a good question. I'm sure he'll probably practice in the state of Washington, D.C.
I was going to actually say... I hate you. You caught me off guard with that. Fuck you. Why are you doing this? I was going to say Kentucky, but then I realized you said state of Washington, D.C. Oh, that was good. You get 2.
2. I'll take it.
Wow. I hate you for that. That was good. Mm-hmm. If Washington did become a state, would they have to make their own bar exam and everything like that?
That would be up to them.
True.
Here's hoping with the Biden administration, though, we get more things like that happening.
I also really want Puerto Rico to be a state, but that's just me.
Yep. Puerto Rico and D.C.
Yes. It's unfair that we let those people go unrepresented.
Mm-hmm. There's a really good joke I saw about that. That was, shit, what was it? Talking about how Republicans are complaining about how the flag would have to be changed if we added 2 states, but how they sure seem to be fine to change their flag to the Confederate one when it sure suits them.
Yeah. Ooh, I got a joke for you. I was saving for the show.
Please.
Before we talked about doing this at night aspect, I want to open with this joke. And I think it's very fitting that it's MLK Day as I say this. Hey, Kyril.
Hey,
What's the difference between a police officer and a bullet?
what's the difference?
When a bullet kills someone else, at least you know it's been fired.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll have you know, I know plenty of good, hard-working bullets that were only put on paid administrative leave.
Only paid. Administrative
Yes.
leave.
When you think they have families they have to feed, you can't not pay them.
That's true. I mean, it's not their fault that, they just
They only
killed
murdered somebody. What is this?
Yeah. Why should the people have to suffer for one man's mistake?
Yeah.
A family shouldn't have to suffer because a police officer made a bad decision. A wink. Damn. I feel like we're being extra meme this episode.
It's deserved.
This is kind of the victory lap, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
4 years of that.
4 years. Yeah. At this point, I hope we're at the point of just like wrapping up loose ends with this.
The season finale.
Yeah.
Next season, they're going to Russia.
Right. Well, speaking of, I
Yeah.
was reading a piece talking about how Trump will not be at the inauguration of Biden. Instead,
Hill.
he'll be flying to Mar-a-Lago during that time. But as I understand it, as I've seen it presented, with the way that the handoff works, when he departs DC before the inauguration, he'll still have the nuclear football with him, with the nuclear codes. There's some pretty good jokes I saw about Nicolas Cage flying after him down to Florida to confront him and steal the nuclear football away from him before he can use it. And he'll, get into this fight sequence with Trump on a helicopter above the golf course, and then the helicopter starts to crash. And at the last minute, Cage grabs the football and jumps out of the helicopter, does a backflip, and lands on the roof of the golf course resort. And he lands, looks up as the helicopter crashes, and just says, "Touchdown."
So that's awful, but I want to watch it.
I want to watch it so much. It's a perfect Nick Cage movie. That's how you know it's awful.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, did you hear about the new Nick Cage movie?
Which one is this?
The
I don't
one
think
that,
so.
the one that was supposed to be the Five Nights at Freddy's movie before it got canceled.
I have not.
Oh my god. I think it's Willy's Wildland is what it's called.
Willy's Wildland. Okay.
Yeah. I want to find it first. It's Willy something.
Willy's Wonderland.
Yes. It's Nick Cage.
Oh yeah, no, that's blatant.
Yeah.
Why does it look like the cover for the Garbage Pail Kids?
Good question.
A quiet drifter is tricked into a janitorial job at the now condemned Wally's Wonderland. The mundane tasks suddenly become an all-out fight for survival against wave after wave of demonic animatronics. Fists fly, kicks land, titans clash, and only one side will make it out alive. Wait, is there more than, one side here? I always thought the whole point of the games was it was, all of the animatronics versus the one guy.
Yeah, I have no idea. And I'm looking at the production of this, and it doesn't even mention Five Nights at all. So, even though this is clearly based off it. I don't know. We can save it for later, though. We're still into the news.
Yeah, I'll look more into this later because that's very weird. The Russia thing, though.
Yes.
The FBI has been investigating whether a stolen laptop from the Capitol was someone tried to they offered it to Russia.
Yes.
That's just a thing that happened. Drew Hamill, Pelosi's deputy chief of staff, tweeted confirming that this was a laptop from a conference room. It was only used for presentation, so it doesn't actually contain anything sensitive on it, hopefully. But yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
True
an active
patriots breaking into the Capitol to steal a laptop to then sell to the Russians. True patriots.
Isn't that like straight up betrayal?
Yeah, I would call that. What would be the word for that? Because it's not even sedition at that point. That's just like
No, that's straight up betraying your country.
treason. That's the
Treason.
word.
Yeah, that's that. That's it.
Yep, no, that's just treason.
Yeah. Did you hear that Putin's political rival going back to Russia?
Yeah, and then he got arrested immediately. And in violation of the Russian Constitution.
What was it? What do you
So
do?
the Russian Constitution pretty clearly talks about the privilege of a lawyer to be with their client.
Okay.
Navalny, man who was arrested, his lawyer was with him as he was landing in Moscow, I think it was, where he was immediately arrested at the airport. She said, "I'm his lawyer. I would like to go with him. Go with him with you," and they refused to let her.
Nice.
So yeah,
go Putin.
go Putin.
It's gonna be a weird day when he kicks the bucket.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think he's raising on like a Putin Jr. to finish where he starts, or?
I really don't know, because it's hard to say what Putin's goal is.
I think it's just to reestablish Russia as a superpower again, but
Is it though? I mean, that's the question, because he certainly puts on airs that show that, and he
Yeah.
was KGB in the '80s, so he has direct connections to that. But from everything that I've really seen lately, it seems that he's just as much interested in increasing his own personal wealth as anything else.
really,
Oh yeah, the dude's fucking loaded.
I mean, I had no doubt about that, but it just doesn't make sense to me that he would care about that when he's a KGB.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Huh.
At some level, I'm sure he does, but I wouldn't be surprised if looking out for himself is a higher priority of his.
Fair enough. I guess that's up to him.
Yep.
I mean, if he makes Russia a superpower again, I mean, it just helps him in the end as well.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's the key piece here. And, what he has been doing is that by keeping Russia strong, or trying to make it relatively stronger, by any means, including putting down competition, China, the US, etc., it only serves to increase his profits.
Yeah. Holy shit, he wrote a book on judo.
I don't doubt it. I mean, all things considered, the guy's legit. He was legitimately KGB and served as a role there.
Yeah. I'm just so shocked he wrote actual books that you can buy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Putin was a private citizen before he became a politician, so it doesn't surprise me, like, he did things before becoming the mastermind that controls the world.
Yep. One thing that's been nice in the last few weeks is we're starting to see Biden's plans for his first few days in office, including a number of immediate executive orders and executive rulings on how to proceed with various things.
Okay.
Kind of things. One of them is set to be the cancellation of the Keystone XL pipeline, quote, on his first day.
Damn straight.
Mm-hmm. So the Keystone XL is an oil pipeline that was set to carry oil from Canada to Nebraska. Huge infrastructure project that has been very strongly contested for environmental reasons, but there's also been a number of conflicts regarding territorial rights among Native Americans who legitimately have a right to the property that they're planning to go through and have been summarily ignored.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm pretty for it, but what would I know? I'm just a filthy liberal trying to be a moderate.
apparently a key piece of this is that the oil is pulled from oil sands rather than a typical well.
Okay.
And because of that, it has the potential for higher greenhouse emissions over the life of a barrel of oil because of the methods that it takes to extract it.
Hmm. What are we going to do with our precious oil being sent somewhere else?
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that there's already pipes in place.
Yeah.
This is just a bigger one. And for my money, I would assume this to be the kind of thing that both sides would agree on, because it forces the U.S. to get oil from American sources and or Saudi 50, while also, not continuing to contribute to environmental damage. So it seems like a win-win.
Yes.
But it was a pretty hot item.
Well, you see, Mitch McConnell has some deals that it was some Saudi princes that he kind of needs to go through if he wants to buy that 15th vacation house.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's got to hide in his shell for a couple weeks.
Pretty much. Did you hear about the death of Phil Spector this past week?
Yes.
Former music producer died Saturday at the age of 81. Notably, while serving a prison sentence for the murder of Lena Clarkson in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
The BBC has actually had to issue an apology and a retraction on their initial article. Do you want to take a guess at what they decided to title it?
Phil Spector becomes a specter.
No.
Oh.
So they described Phil Spector, and particularly the murder that he committed, with the headline, "Talented but flawed producer dies aged 81."
I remember seeing that now.
Yeah. They have said since that the headline did not meet our editorial standards, and the text was changed to "Producer jailed for murder dies at 81."
Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. What did he even do in music?
So he is credited with the Wall of Sound recordings, worked with a number of high-profile pop musicians, including the Beatles, the Righteous Brothers, and Tina Turner. It says here, after the commercial failure of Tina Turner's River Deep Mountain High, he largely withdrew from public life and entered a long decline, marked by erratic behavior, heavy drinking, and a fondness for guns.
Why is it always
unique.
that?
Weeks before Lena Clarkson was shot dead, Spector gave a rare interview to British broadcast The Telegraph, saying, "I would say I'm probably relatively insane to an extent," adding that he had devils inside that fight him.
Me, him.
It's a weird quote to say, because I do not have devils inside that fight me, but this dude certainly did.
Oh shit, he worked on Imagine. I don't like Imagine.
It's about the right time.
But what's he done lately? You see, it's all about what you're doing nowadays, not what you did a couple of years ago.
He made the incredibly bold decision to murder someone and be arrested for it.
Truly a brave auteur.
A visionary.
A visionary. Did he record the sound?
Yeah, right. He looks like someone who would murder someone. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Do you see his mugshot picture?
He looks like a serial killer.
He looks bad.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know. None of his work really speaks to me, so I'm not really too invested in him, but
Yep.
It's a shame that he was a murderer.
Audi has issued a statement saying that they are slowing car production due to a shortage of semiconductor availability. They don't have the actual electronics, the microchips that they need to make their cars.
Ouch.
They said they're now aiming to make 10,000 fewer cars in the first quarter of the year, and they're planning to put more than 10,000 workers on furlough.
Hmm.
Parent company Volkswagen announced its own slowdown due to a lack of chips last week, alongside rivals such as Honda. Apparently comes down to a number of things, starting off with early in 2020 when sales were down, so ordering slowed for these parts. Toward the end of 2020, ordering has gone back up, and because the semiconductor space itself has been reallocated to other things, it is no longer available for the automotive industry, and they can't get any more.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
But I want to know what happened to making good old-fashioned American cars that didn't need no fancy microchips. You know, like Detroit.
Yeah. That is about what I have for news today.
Man, I feel like we're forgetting something.
Are we?
I don't know, a couple of those Capitol invaders got caught still.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of that.
But that's nothing really new.
Not so much.
Great.
One of the key things to talk about regarding that the FBI put on a joint press conference with the DOJ this past week where they talked about the ongoing situation, and they did make it clear that while they are investigating the larger conspiratorial elements of the events on the 6th of January, they are also primarily looking to basically arrest and charge as many people as they can as quickly as they can with as many easy crimes as they can to get them off the streets and stop them from fleeing. And that the larger investigation is going to take some time because it is so much larger, but for things like trespassing, destruction of property, etc., things that are very clear cut, you know, that they have on obvious security camera footage that they can just say, look at the video, that's this person, case closed.
Get him.
They're doing that first, and then getting into the larger questions of sedition and conspiracy later.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Kind of mean.
Yep.
Oh, you have a jaywalking ticket? Well, we're going to keep you in until, you know, we decide if we're going to add more charges or not.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have some movie news.
Do we?
Spider-Man 3, going to be a Christmas movie.
Spider-Man 3. Are you sure?
Yes, because there's been some set photos that leaked.
Untitled Spider-Man Far From Home sequel.
Yes.
I wonder if Tom Holland has to wear a mask when he has the Spider-Man suit on.
I've seen photos of him wearing a mask with a Spider-Man suit on, but I don't know if he has to or not.
Like, imagine he just leaves the head part on when he's on set, just because it's easier.
Dude, if I was fucking Spider-Man, I'd do that.
Right?
I mean, what's the point in being Spider-Man if you can't wear the fucking suit 24/7?
Apparently Doctor Strange is reported to be coming back.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I've known absolutely nothing about this.
Oh yeah, Doctor Strange is reportedly coming back. Alfred Molina coming back apparently. Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro. I'm kind of blinking because there's been so many damn rumors about this movie.
Neat.
Yeah.
Third Spider-Man movie currently has a release date of December 17th, 2021. That's going to be a pretty packed holiday because we've also got the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movie coming out. Like, I think it's like Christmas Day or like the day before Christmas. It's right around that same time frame.
Oh shit.
I think it must be in the next week after that. But that's going to be a busy few weekends.
It's going to be one hell of a movie theater.
Yeah.
I mean, this is assuming
hopefully
we all get
theaters
vaccinated.
will be actually open by then in a safe way.
What's a
so
movie?
we can go and watch them.
Movie
It's
theaters.
these things that they used to watch back in the olden days.
So you mean you would go into a dark room with a whole bunch of people and just stare at a screen?
Something like that.
Were
It's
you all
pretty strange when you think about it, isn't it?
were you all
People
at least
used to
6
be
feet
weird.
apart?
I'm skimming through some of the upcoming films.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So Raya and the Last Dragon,
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that thing exists.
March 5th. That one will probably come out on time, and they'll just do a mostly digital release. I'm
Makes
fine with
sense.
that. It looks like a solid movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's
also-
Disney and they're actually trying, so
Right.
as opposed to Frozen, too much money in the bank.
Also have The King's Man coming out the week after, which is apparently it is the origin story of the Kingsman universe set in World War One. It actually has a pretty solid looking cast.
Who's in the cast?
Got Ray Fiennes, Rise Ifans. This is the kind of actor I've never heard his name, but you have seen something he has been in.
Really?
Do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah, I understand that.
Let me send you this. Oh, I don't want to save it. I want to copy the picture. Let me send you this picture because he's just been in a ton of stuff in supporting roles.
Oh shit.
You know?
I do know him.
Yep. He was in The Amazing Spider-Man as Dr. Kirk Connors.
That's where I know him from.
Must be. Let's see. Skimming. Ton of stuff I've not seen. Actually, quite a lot of stuff. Done a lot of... Yes! He plays Mycroft Holmes in the Elementary TV series, which is a great series that everyone should watch.
Oh, the brother?
Yeah, he plays Sherlock's brother.
Nice.
I have no idea how to say his name, though.
I don't either.
What else? It's like Rise something.
Rizo is safe. That's a reference.
So we have a new... What was it?
I said Rizo is safe, and that's a reference I don't think many people are going to get.
I do not.
You're looking it up, aren't you?
I tried to, but I just got a safety data sheet for something.
Rizo is...
It is apparently an ink.
I think you misspelled Rizo
I'm
because
gonna-
it literally the first thing I type in when I type it in comes up.
How is it spelled?
Raizo.
Oh yeah, no, I totally spelled that wrong. Ah. More of this weeb stuff I see.
One Piece is not fucking weeb shit. It is classical literature and the verge of breaking into the great canon of greater literary works. But it is weeby. Kid.
So what's with all the furries in this episode?
You're watching it?
Yeah, I clicked the first link. What do you expect?
I don't know. I don't know what I expected.
It's your show.
It's a manga I read, yes. Fuck. They're on the Beastmen Island. There's a whole country of Beastmen. They're called minks.
Crossover with DNA.
Yeah. They're Beastmen. Minks. They live on a giant elephant that hangs out in the middle of the ocean and it just walks around doing its own thing.
Okay, you had me until that part. Now I'm confused.
What? The fucking elephant?
Yeah, what?
Okay.
What happens when the elephant dies?
It's thousands of years old and we know it's gonna die soon.
Oh. Well, geez, spoilers.
Yeah. I mean, let me show you this big ass hunk of elefante. Look at this Chad.
Wait, what? Apparently there's a Ghibli movie coming out?
What?
Oh, he's bad. There's a Ghibli movie. It's got the Studio Ghibli label on it, called
Okay.
Earwig and the Witch, directed by Goro Miyazaki from Studio Ghibli.
Okay.
And it looks like they made it in GIMP.
I heard they were going over.
It does not look good.
I've heard they are going over to 3D models.
They've done it, and it does not look good. They should go back.
That looks awful.
Doesn't it?
It looks like it would work if it was hand drawn, but not 3D.
Right. Like these are the press release pictures they've given, and these look like ass.
It doesn't work if it's not like a drawing.
So what the hell is this movie about? This nightmare fuel. Growing up in an orphanage in the British countryside, Earwig has no idea that her mother had magical powers. Her life changes dramatically when a strange couple takes her in and she is forced to live with a selfish witch. As the headstrong young girl sets out to uncover the secrets of her new guardians, she discovers a world of spells and potions and a mysterious song that may be the key to finding the family she has always wanted.
Sounds like a Ghibli movie.
It really does. I have so many thoughts about this. One, what the fuck kind of name is Earwig? They have established that this is in the British countryside. That's not like some fictional place. The British countryside actually exists. I can guarantee you, no one there is called Earwig.
Okay, I need to find out this. Earwig. Name. It keeps trying to take me to the movie.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's just giving me the Latin name of earwigs.
It's apparently a made-for-TV film. It doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
It looks really bad.
It looks like a really bad set of, I don't know. It looks like those like fan creations you see on Instagram of people making like stuff in the blank style.
So here's an article from June that calls it Aya and the Witch. Is this just like a really weird translation?
It could be.
It must be just a really awkward translation. Because that actually sounds like a name.
Ida?
Aya. A-Y-A.
Aya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie looks horrible. They should go back.
It's like that one meme. Upgrade. Upgrade. Fuck, go back. I said go back.
What was the other one? I think it's the same thing as what Game Freak did when they went from 2D to 3D with Pokemon.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel that as well.
Because you can get away with a lot of stuff when you're doing 2D sprites or, in this case, hand-drawn animation that you can't once it's 3D. Because we know what good 3D animation looks like at this point.
Well, I feel like
The bar has already been set, and you're trying to push into someone else's territory.
I feel like when you open up to 3D, you have to add more realism because we're gaining that sense of depth more.
Right, you do. This just looks so flat.
Yeah, it really does look flat. That's the perfect way to describe it. And I feel like those shadows there are just poorly done.
I was just about to say the same thing, that the lighting just looks off too.
Yeah. Like
It's like they're clearly using a single point of lighting.
They're using a point of lighting, and then they add this extra shadow to try and get the illusion of depth. But the shadows like don't contrast enough for like depth. There's like one color of shadow, where there should be like darker shadows where the face is more concaved.
So this is apparently an adaptation of a 2012 book of the name Earwig and the Witch
Oh God.
that Ghibli is adapting.
Still.
Her name is Erica Wig. So that's a key piece that they should start with. that her name is not actually Earwig. That is a given name.
It's a nickname. It's like my name is Zucchini.
Yes.
My life as a zucchini. I feel like authors just gave up trying to give their characters realistic names.
So I'm just gonna skim through the book's I don't know what to call this summary here. It looks like a children's book, so it's not particularly deep. Here's the cover of it,
Okay.
so you can see where their animation style is coming from.
Yeah.
I think they went a little too anime.
It looks like they're trying so hard to be Ghibli.
Yep. Which makes sense because they are, but like also stop.
Yeah, like they're trying too hard.
You're adapting a piece of pre-existing media and trying to make it. Anyways, a cunning heroine learns magic in Joan's last posthumous offering. Most children hate orphanages, but Earwig, Erica Wig, according to her birth certificate, loves hers. I don't like that because it sounds like, according to her birth certificate, she loves orphanages, which is a weird phrasing, you know?
Yes.
That's not actually what it is, but like, why do you need to add that her name is Erica Wig according to her birth certificate? It's not like that's a particularly implausible name for someone to understand.
This is going to sound really old, but when you said it like that, you made me remember the phrase wig. Like,
oh, like the Wig Party?
Yeah, no, like when people would say wig as like a way of saying cool.
Oh, I was thinking too old.
Yeah.
1980s, not 1880. Yeah.
Erica Wig.
Wig. Earwig manages people to perfection, and everyone at St. Morwold's Home for Children does exactly what Earwig wants, whether it's making her a shepherd's pie or buying her a new red sweater. She's excellent at making herself unlovable to potential foster parents, so they'll leave her alone in sunny St. Morwold. But a terrible new pair of prospective parents arrives at the home, nasty-faced Bella Yaga and the Mandrake, a ridiculously tall man who seems to have horns. Bella Yaga and the Mandrake cart Earwig off willy-nilly to powder rat's bones and cook breakfast. Indomitable Earwig determines that if she must work for a smelly witch, at least she'll learn magic. But how to do so when wicked Bella Yaga keeps threatening to give her worms? Moreover, no matter what, Earwig has been warned not to disturb the Mandrake, who trucks with demons. What
the hell?
Am I like missing some sort of British slang here? Like, I'm usually pretty good with this stuff, but I don't get the use of trucks.
I don't get any of that.
You don't want everybody touching you. That's kind of creepy. No, it's severely creepy.
Truck slang, to walk or stroll, especially in a jaunty manner.
Oh, that's what they mean. Something like that.
So that's what they mean. So he literally walks with demons. Okay.
Yeah.
Earwig, illustrated illustrated with marvelous vitality by Zielinski, is not to be trifled with. There's just the right level of grotesquerie and scariness, worms that are blue and purple and very wriggly in this utterly charming chapter book.
Hmm.
Want to be close to anybody?
Interesting. Has Ghibli ever done an adaptation like this before?
Howls.
Was it?
Yes, Howls was an adaptation.
Okay, that's right then. I was not aware.
Yeah, they also did another one called like Tale of Earth and Sea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm the one out of the loop then.
Fucking get up with the loop, Chiral. And you know how you get back into the loop?
How's that?
You sit down, right?
Yes.
Grab some snacks, okay?
Yep.
You're going to need a big pile of snacks. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Watch One Piece.
Yeah, that's a big pile of snacks, all right.
Shit. No, yeah, I want to say there's a fourth one they tried adaptating, but I don't remember what the fourth thing is.
How about we Google it? Just adaptations. Oh, jeez, this is a longer list than I expected.
Oh, is it?
The books which inspired Studio Ghibli films.
Oh,
It surprises you to know that many of Studio Ghibli's catalog of films originated from literary sources. Howl's Moving Castle and Arrietty are among the adaptations most people are aware of, yet we've discovered that 13 of the studio's 22 feature films find their origins in books,
Oh shit.
including Grave of the Fireflies, Kiki's Delivery Service, Only Yesterday, Ocean Waves, Whisper of the Heart, My Neighbors the Yamadas, The Cat Returns, Howl's Moving Castle, Tales from Earthsea, Arrietty, The Wind Rises, When Marnie Was There, How Do You Live, and How Do You Live. Interesting.
Okay, I learned something today.
Yeah, I suppose that does make sense, but I was just not aware of it.
Yeah. The more you know. There's the Star and Rainbow.
So who the hell? I'm looking right now at an upcoming, what I would call an American animated movie that doesn't look bad, but it's like I'm trying to figure out who is making it, and I can't figure it out because it's not like any of the normal parties, as far as I can tell.
What's the movie called?
Rumble.
Rumble.
Rumble. Yep.
Rumble.
Produced by Paramount WWE Studios, Walden Media, and Real FX Animation Studios, distributed by Paramount.
Ew.
Announced April 2018 with the title Monster on the Hill, based on the 2013 graphic novel of the same name at CinemaCon in Vegas.
Why does it look like Skylanders?
Skylanders? It doesn't look like... Does it? I guess I've never actually seen Skylanders.
Kind of does.
Let me check this. Like the Spyro things?
Yeah.
I guess. Looks a lot cleaner, though, being a finished piece.
Well, yeah. Probably had more budget.
I don't dislike the idea of it, though.
I think it's cute.
Yeah.
Rest-
Kind of a reverse Punch-Out kind of vibe.
So it's wrestling monsters.
Yes. And it features Terry Crews as what I presume to be the bad monster, which sounds very entertaining.
I could never believe Terry Crews is the villain. Terry Crews is always the hero in my heart.
In a world where giant monsters and humans collide, the monsters are superstar athletes and compete in a popular professional wrestling global sport called Monster Wrestling. A young girl named Winnie, right? I'm sure it took them all 5 seconds to come up with that one. A young girl named Winnie seeks to follow in her father's footsteps as a manager by coaching a lovable underdog yet inexperienced monster named Steve. Winnie plans to turn Steve into a champion so that he can go up against the reigning champion, Tentacular. This is just straight up, what the fuck was that called? The one that is literally this, but with robots.
Oh, Real Steel.
Yeah, this is just Real Steel, but with monsters instead of robots.
Yes.
It's 1-to-1.
Almost entirely.
I mean, it doesn't look bad from that. Like, Real Steel was very entertaining.
Did it have Hugh Jack? I mean, it doesn't have Hugh Jackman though.
This one doesn't?
No.
Not that we know of.
God.
Real Steel was 2011.
Ooh, that's old.
Yeah. But yeah, Real Steel was it was an entertaining movie, at least. Had a good premise. It had some good character moments in it. And given how flimsy the story for this one is, I hope they can get some good character moments to carry it through as well.
Very true.
Film is scheduled. Apparently, some release of it is scheduled for the 29th of this month. Full release planned for May 14th, 2021.
Oh no, it's not. I like this octopus shark thing.
Right?
That is kind of a cool design.
Yeah. And even like the main character monster, Steve guy, doesn't look bad. Like,
He looks like just a
It's
red Sully from Monsters Inc.
yeah, it's got good characterization to it. You know, if it ain't broken, right?
Yeah. This
Not
this looks like when you're
super-
playing Smash and you have to switch your colors. So it goes from like Sully to Steve.
Yes, exactly. I don't know though. I mean, nothing about this movie is particularly original, so I'm fine with them carrying that through all of the elements of the movie, and hopefully the rest of it can make up for it.
This is for the kids that didn't grow up with Real Steel.
Yeah. There's probably not a ton of those.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen Real Steel.
Really?
Never.
But it's not like go out of your way to watch it good, but you know, if it's on.
Okay.
What did it get rated on Rotten Tomatoes? I wonder. Probably not great. Real Steel. 60%. That's better than I expected.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine. Hugh Jackman is, you know, Hugh Jackman. What's not to like with that?
I mean, unless he's in Les Mis.
I actually like Les Mis a lot.
The movie?
Yeah.
Go on.
I've seen both the movie, of course, and I have seen it live on stage.
Okay, I'm
And
jealous.
there are merits to them both. I did not have a good seat. The only reason I was able to see it is because I was in like the ass crack of the theater. It was literally okay. So I was at I think it's actually called the DeVos Theater, the one in Grand Rapids.
Okay, yeah.
And with the way that it's set up in the balconies, on the sides of each of the balconies, there's like rows of single seats that go down it. That's literally just like, where can we pack more seats into kind of seating.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there with my mom, and it was literally, we were in seats front to back from each other because it was just all one seat in a row all the way down the edge.
Oh, God.
And there's like, you know, shit in the way, so you can't really see. But yeah, you can see well enough. And you get to see a legit Broadway caliber show, so who cares, really?
You're probably the same kind of people that like Cats, the 2019 film.
Oh, fuck no, Cats is horrible.
I was about to say.
I haven't seen it, but I have no intent to either because it is awful.
You sent me that video on Cats, right?
I did, yes.
I was watching it with my girlfriend, and I'll tell you this. I figured out that they did that all in a rehearsal just by listening to the first song on it.
Yes.
Yeah, like 'cause
It shows.
at the end of the video, they tell you that. And I'm like, that's not very hard to deduce.
Nope.
God damn.
Yeah, Cats the movie is really bad
Yeah,
on pretty much every angle. Is just bad.
it is. Why does that cat have fuck me eyes?
Why did they cast Judi Dench?
Good
I
question.
don't get it.
Yeah.
She's a very, very talented actress, and I dare say iconic in the roles she's played. She does not have a strong voice for music. She is a very small woman, and she's like 80.
Very true.
Compared to, like, I'm sure you saw in the piece that I sent you, like, the people who typically play that role are usually very large, deep-voiced, you know, powerful type voiced people.
Yes.
For reason. For good reason. You know, yeah, there's so many mistakes.
They're not mistakes, they're features. Get it right.
Have you seen his video, the same one I sent you, about Les Mis, though?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I already knew it was pretty infamous beforehand, but
Yeah, and there's definitely stuff that can't really be excused in it, but I personally, this is just my preference, I prefer acting to performing, if that makes sense.
go on.
So I found what the actors were able to do in the film version for Les Mis more interesting than what they were doing with their vocal performances. You know, I was able to look past the pretty objectively poor vocal performances they gave because I appreciated, to a greater extent than most people, the acting performances that they gave on the other hand.
Interesting choice. I'm going to write you down under enemies of music list. right next to the mayor from Footloose.
Yeah.
You have been knighted as a enemy to all music. I hope you take that well.
And to cap it off, I will say I liked Stars in Les Mis.
Okay. Damn.
I enjoyed listening to it.
So, do you want that card sent in the mail or?
Just however, it'll get here eventually.
Yeah. Damn.
I don't know.
I-
It's like people who listen to like, you know, Taylor Swift secretly. It's like my guilty song, my guilty musical.
Okay, why'd you have to bring my fucking Taylor Swift fandom into this? I kid. Or do I? I'm not sure. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on T-Swizzle.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. I like her as a person, and she has made some objectively good music, but I also don't like a lot of what she's done musically at the same time.
I feel like for every one good song of hers I really like, there's probably like 3 I don't.
Yep. It's a good way of putting it.
I feel like I'm also the wrong audience because like when I gave Taylor Swift a real chance, I finally realized what it was like to be a teenage girl in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is legitimately just it's that.
Yeah. For me, I first started listening to Taylor Swift on her first album when she was still doing country music.
Oh God.
So having to go from, because she did make good country music when she did that, but like it's a big change in what her direction went.
I don't like country, so I can't get into it.
I don't either anymore, but you know, I didn't have a lot of choices growing up.
Were you a good old homeboy, Kyril?
Not really,
Oh.
but like, you know, so where I lived, we didn't really have internet.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to listen to music, I either had to listen to my parents' stuff, or I had to listen to the radio. And I lived in a very rural place, so my radio options were either country, like classic rock, or pop.
Can I make a statement that I think is
That
going to
was
get me
it.
excommunicated from the Church of Rock?
Sure.
I feel like classic rock is going the way of country, and country's going the way of classic rock, and they've really become inseparable to me now.
I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know. Classic rock as a genre is such a weird thing to unwrap. Like, is it still classic rock when it gets released in the current year?
Yeah. Well, then it's dad rock.
Yeah. But, like, what's the real difference between them?
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
It's literally just release date.
Oh, yeah. No, completely.
The dad rock of today is the classic rock of tomorrow.
Yep. So let's get into Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, shit. What is there to get into? It's Nick Cage fighting animatronics.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I just hope there's a bee animatronic that comes to kick his ass. And then when he like comes to confront it at the end of the movie, he goes, "Not the bee, not the bee, not the bee."
There's apparently one called Tito Turtle
Oh God,
that doesn't have a picture,
I'm scared.
which is unfortunate because I would very much like to see what some of these hellacious animatronics look like.
I think they're all CGI.
Here, let's just skim through the trailer here. Oh, are they?
Maybe.
I'm sorry, what? This is apparently no. Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
I gotta confirm this fuckery. Where did it go? So who the hell made this movie? Who gave the money to have this made?
Nick Cage. This is some vanity project the whole time.
They spent $5.5 million on this.
I could use that money.
It's filmed. Wait, is that typical? What is normal film aspect ratio? Because that looks off.
16 by 9.
No, it's not. It's wider than that.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, no, it's typical. Two most common aspect ratios today are 1.85 by 1 and 2.39 by 1. This is the 2.39. I thought it was 2.35, so I'm just wrong.
Okay.
Production company JD Entertainment, Land of Our Entertainment. So for some reason, the trailer starts off with Screen Media, a chicken soup for the soul entertainment company, which feels out of place.
I'm not even sure what to say about that. What you looking at now?
I am watching some of the trailer.
Are they CGI?
I haven't seen them yet. It doesn't look like it. Okay, no, this looks pretty good. I would watch this.
Like in a cheesy, it's a Nick Cage horror movie kind of way, or?
Absolutely, yes. No, this is not a good movie, but it looks like an entertaining movie.
Ooh, shit. Okay, I'm curious now. Maybe I'll pull it up.
It doesn't look like CGI, but maybe it's good enough that. I mean, I don't believe. I don't believe that on a budget of $5 million they did good CGI. I think it's much more likely that they just used, practical effects, just
Muppets?
real puppets. Yeah.
I don't know. I do like this callback to old ways of doing things, though,
Mm-hmm.
with more puppets.
It looks like, yeah, it does look like it's just Nick Cage kills a bunch of animatronics in the movie. Like, that's apparently the premise, is that Nick Cage gets hired for this job, and everybody's like, dude, you have to get out of here. They're just putting you in here so that you die, and he just ignores them, and then when shit starts to go sideways, he just kills everything.
Are you sure they really weren't just trying to make the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and Nick Cage was having like some kind of manic episode on the next set over and it just kind of carried over?
We were making the Five Nights at Freddy's film, but then Nick Cage started to actually murder people, and we had to pivot a little bit.
You see, he played the games as well, and they kind of a little personal for him.
It was a passion project.
Bring me Fazbear! Nick Cage just foaming at the mouth.
So there's a screenshot on IMDb, which I assume is just a screenshot from the trailer, of what is presumably Nick Cage fighting what is presumably an animatronic gorilla with a hat, using a plunger.
Oh my god. Yes. Go on, I need this.
That
This
is
is
literally
therapy.
all I have.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm starting up the trailer right now.
Okay.
I'm scared. There are some pointy things. Oh, his tire is broken.
Yep.
Oh, he's drinking a fruit punch.
That is his entire motivation for this movie, is that his car is broken.
It's Nick Cage. Does he really need motivation? What the hell?
So weird. In the poster for this, the only two people who are given billing is Nicolas Cage and Emily Tosta, who has done like literally nothing. It's like this movie is the extent of her career.
How'd they get Nick Cage for this movie? It's your birthday.
Yeah, you got to that part.
Yeah, it's so cheesy. Oh my god. Okay. Now that I'm seeing them move a bit,
Yeah.
these aren't that bad.
No, they're not.
Oh.
Wait, what? I mean, it's really, really dumb.
Why did one of the animatronics' eyes bulge out?
Yeah.
He, like, it literally sneaks up on him. He breaks the broom in half, and the animatronic is like, "I fucked up.
Oh God.
I have no,
Yeah, no.
I have no sense of
is.
pain, but I'm gonna get scared."
Have you ever seen an animatronic realize it's about to die?
I have now. Someone in the comments, it's not Five Nights at Freddy's, it's Five Nights at Nick Cage's.
Yeah. I mean, that's it.
Oh my god, I want to see this so bad.
It does look like a good B movie, and it's got the budget to back it up.
This is worth going to the theaters. I'll risk COVID just to see this right now. It's so stupid. I love it. Oh my god.
Hey, did you hear that the baby Trump balloon has been put in an art museum?
Go
for
on.
preservation? Some art museum apparently bought it to some extent in order to preserve it as a piece of protest art. So it will be immortalized.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where was that balloon from again?
In the UK, it was made to follow Trump around the entirety of the country as he was visiting on a state visit.
Okay. I remember it, but it's just been such a long time since I last saw it. It's good to know it's got a good home.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm rewatching this trailer because it's so good.
It's good. It is.
Like, honestly, if this wasn't a real movie, I'd be just happy with the trailer.
Right. I almost wish that the trailer was all that existed.
This is like one of those good old-fashioned styled college humor skits from back in the day.
Yep.
It's your birthday. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's sneaking up on Nick Cage. He's mopping the floor. He's looking over. The animatronic's about to kill him. And he breaks the broom in half. There it is.
It's a good turn. It's a really good turn.
I'm sorry, that's just, it's so good. That's like, I'm watching it with no audio, and I'm not seeing Nicolas Cage's lips move at all, so I'm just kind of imagining. He doesn't?
He says nothing in the whole. No, he's just dead silent. Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's legit. It's good.
Oh. I'm happy. That cured my depression. Who is directing this?
Who fucking knows?
Google knows. Kevin Lewis. What'd he do? What's it? What movie? He's done nothing but B movies. I want to meet whoever came up with that trailer idea.
Yep. I wonder if they had like a trailer house make it, or if they just did it themselves, because it doesn't look like a trailer house thing.
Oh, no, no, no. There's not enough establishing shots for that to be a trailer. Okay, so I'm on the IMDb for it, and it says the screenplay was high on the Blood List, a list of highly anticipated genre scripts. It is not a Five Nights at Freddy's adaptation. Stop asking. Originally, it was supposed to be called Wally's Wonderland, but they thought Willy's would be funnier.
I saw that there was a poster in one of them that actually says Wally's Wonderland.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's a much worse poster than what they went for. They clearly hadn't cast anyone at that point because it's very hard to tell anything.
Yes.
But, yeah.
These are the lamest trivia facts of all time. I don't give a fuck. This movie's going to be great. It's going to be the Citizen Kane of bad movies.
Yep. I just want to know how much of their budget went to just paying Nick Cage. That's all I want to know. Was it half? Was it more than half? It had to be a lot.
You said it was about $5 million?
5.5 was their total budget.
Yeah, that $5 million is just for Nick Cage.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Well, I don't know. I would, because if those are like actual puppeted animatronics, like, I don't know.
I'm looking it up right now. How much does he make on movie average? Cage make a movie. Anywhere from 1 million to 12 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, at least a fifth of this movie's budget is spent on him to not say a damn thing.
I would assume he gets some lines, but at the same time, I don't know.
I'd be okay if he kills the last animatronic on the last night, right?
Right.
And he looks down at it and he says, "Happy fucking birthday."
And that's it.
Yes.
And then it turns out he signed a contract where he got paid by the word.
Yes. I wonder if this, I don't know, I want to know what his thoughts on this project was.
Does he have a Twitter?
Does he? I don't think he would. I think he just sends smoke signals.
Might not.
Damn.
Wow, there actually might not be.
Yeah, I'm finding nothing.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm finding nothing.
Yeah, literally the first one is someone's joke tweet about how Nick Cage will do anything. Oh, I spelled Nicholas wrong. Haha, whoops. Maybe that's why? No. There's apparently some sort of parody account.
Whoa.
Did you find it?
No, a new development in the My Pillow Guy saga.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Dominion voting systems are going to sue My Pillow for misinformation.
Yep, saw that.
Damn.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you hear about Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina-scented candles?
No.
They're exploding. Nicolas Cage, the animatronics can't catch you if they don't know where you are. So that's why he doesn't have a Twitter account. What you looking at there, partner?
Sorry, what's that?
What you doing?
Apparently, Netflix has something called a history of swear words, where they have Nicolas Cage on as something,
Hmm.
doing something, where he swears a lot.
Yeah. My dad told me I need to watch that since I have a swearing problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notably, he says the word fucklin.
Fucklin?
Yep.
I love it. Sorry, y'all. That's my new favorite catchphrase.
Mm-hmm.
Fucklin.
So someone responded to Rotten Tomatoes tweet announcing the Willy Wonderland. They said, "Tired. This is just FNAF with Nick Cage. Inspired. Nicolas Cage wanted to play Doom Guy in his FNAF fanfic."
Oh my god. Oh. This episode's breaking me.
Yeah. No, it's something.
This is a weird episode.
Yeah. It's kind of all over the place.
We started off with, we might not get vaccines sent out properly to I really don't know. Nicolas Cage. You notice how he's been like the main focus of this episode?
Yeah.
Because we talked about him in those photoshops, and now he's here. I think we should have him run for president.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is what he wanted, so he can finally steal the Declaration.
No, there's a movie called Willy's Wonderland, and Nicolas Cage is going to be a janitor at a place with animatronics, and they come to life and attack him. Watch the trailer. I think you mean he attacks them. Because it is. That's the movie.
I'm sorry, but that animatronic was just going to say hi, Nick Cage, welcome him to the job, and he's the one that fucking busted the broom in half.
And just straight up stabbed it.
Yeah. I swear, it's just that 1.5 second shot of those animatronic eyes getting scared that's like inspired this whole like outrage in me. Beautiful.
So that's about all I have for the night. If you want, we can talk about federal executions, but that's a bit of a downer note to end on.
Yeah. Unless they're committed by Nicolas Cage.
No, unfortunately not.
Ah, shit. Then yeah. Let's not talk about those.
Yeah, let's not.
Save them for next week.
Yeah, yep.
Well, I guess that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Go support your local movie theater when it has the cinematic masterpiece, Willy's Wonderland, coming to a
And
theater.
if you find out that they're not going to be carrying it, do something about that.
Break a broomstick in front of them.
Break a broomstick in front of them.
Jesus. We still don't have a release date of this yet.
Really?
Yeah, it's just generic 2021.
Huh. 2021 film. Yeah. Did you look up the director, though? See what else he's done?
Yeah, just B movies.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that looks about right.
I really don't know who these people are that made this, and I'm very scared that it's got the budget to get this far.
Yeah.
Like, in marketing, at least.
Right.
Huh.
Well, on that note.
Oh shit, I found a photo of them like assembling the animatronics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to send this to you in the Discord because it's kind of horrifying.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And now I want Nick Cage to bust a broom up in these bastards. In the meantime, I'm the infamous Orion, and I'm a terrified Nick Cage.
I'm Carl, and I've been a Schmo.
And this has been the Two Schmo Show at night.
At night.
Thank you, and have a good night.